How's it going, everybody? And welcome to the College Football Show with Alec Pecado here on Sunday, March 17th. Tonight's show is my Big Ten bold predictions for 2024. Let's get started here. So, these are broken up into 4 parts. Part 1, and with each part, you get 3 bold predictions. So, part 1, Big Ten bold predictions. Part 1, overachieving teams. Bold prediction number 1, Michigan State wins more than 5 games in year 1 under Jonathan Smith. Sorry about that. Michigan State wins more than 5 games this year in their first year under Jonathan Smith. This is a very, very, very big, bold prediction, but I can see an avenue where Michigan State does win more than 5 games in the Big Ten this year and overall. And I like what Jonathan Smith's done, bringing some of his guys over from Oregon State. And I can see Michigan State being overachievers this year. I think their win total set at like 3.5. I can easily see going over that win total and winning at least 5 games. Bold prediction number 2, Indiana wins. This is 2 teams, and this is bold prediction. Indiana wins more games than Illinois. Okay. I know what y'all are gonna say down in it. I'd like to hear what y'all think, what your bold predictions are for the Big Ten. Put your predictions down below in the comment section. And let's see if we agree on some of these or if we disagree. But I think Indiana is in a better spot than Illinois is. I like the hiring of Kirk Cignetti for Indiana. And I think within 2 years, Indiana is going to be back to being around, I'm not going to say the top of the Big Ten, but middle of the pack. Maybe 5th, 6th, maybe between that 5 to 8 range in the Big Ten. And you may see Illinois again later on in this bold predictions video. In my last bold prediction for overachieving teams in the Big Ten this year is bold prediction number 3. UCLA wins at least 8 games in their first season in the Big Ten. Now, this is a bold prediction, but you could also classify it as a piping hot take, because could UCLA win one of the 8 games this year, their first year in the Big Ten? Absolutely, they could. Will they is the question. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. We'll have to wait and see. Bold prediction Big Ten Part 2. Newcomers show out. Bold prediction number 1 for this section is Jeremiah Smith goes for over 600 receiving yards and 5 receiving touchdowns. Yes, I know he's a 5-star true freshman, but Ohio State is trying to replace the services of Marvin Harrison Jr. And yes, you can expect Emeka Egbuka to step up and be the number 1, but you got to have guys behind him on the depth chart. And I think one of those guys, obviously, Cornell Tate's going to be one, but who's going to be that rotational third receiver? Is it going to be Brandon Ennis? Is he going to be Jaden Ballard? Is he going to be somebody else? No. I think it's going to be the freshman Jeremiah Smith. Bold prediction number 2. I think Aiden Childs throws for over 3,400 passing yards for Indiana this year. Correction, for Michigan State. I think Aiden Childs is going to be the starting quarterback for Michigan State this year. And I think he's going to throw for over 3,400 passing yards. And bold prediction number 3 in this section for newcomers showing out, and this is a big one, is Miller Moss of USC throws 45 touchdown passes and passes for 4,340 yards in his first full season as a starting quarterback. That is a big time bold prediction. Part 3. Bold prediction, Big Ten bold predictions, part 3. Best running back duos in the Big Ten. And this one, I'm going to start for number 3 and go go backwards. So, bold prediction number 3. I was LaShawn Williams and Caleb Johnson will be the third best running back duo in the Big Ten in 2024. Now, you can either agree with me on that or disagree. And like I said earlier, let me know what you think down below in the comment section. Number 2 bold prediction is Michigan State's Noah Carter, Jared Mangum, and Jalen Berger are the second best running back tandem in college in the Big Ten in 2024. Now, this was a little tougher to kind of explain because it's a 3-man running back room that I think they will all be productive this year for Sparty. But the one I know the most about is Jaron Mangum. He used to be at South Florida. He was a touchdown machine at South Florida. So Michigan State, you're getting a good running back. And bold prediction number 1 for this section is Travion Henderson and Quinshon Judkins will be the best running back duo in the Big Ten in 2024. Now, if you would have told me Ohio State was going to get Quinshon Judkins in the transfer portal when the transfer portal window opened, I would have looked at you and said, "Oh boy, are you okay? Do you need help?" And I also thought Travion Henderson, once Judkins did commit to Ohio State via the transfer portal, I thought Travion was going to go pro, but he stayed, and this looks like the best duo in the Big Ten. Big Ten bold predictions part 4 in the final part of the show today. And these are 3 bold predictions on head coach's hot seat for the Big Ten. Number 1, Illinois' Brett Bielema. Bold prediction number 1 for head coach's hot seat in the Big Ten is, I believe Brett Bielema gets fired after Illinois starts 2-4 in 2024. If you've looked at Illinois' schedule, they don't have a particularly easy schedule this year. I think Illinois will start at least 2-3, and then they maybe think about firing Bielema after that 2-3 start. But they say, we'll give you one more week, and if you lose and we're 2-4 to start the season, you're gone. Bold prediction number 2. This is not really a firing. This is more of just Kirk Ferentz retires after season. Yes, I know what Iowa fans are going to say. We don't want Kirk Ferentz to leave. Everything, all good things, as the old saying goes, all good things must come to an end. And I think the time is catching up to Kirk Ferentz. I know Iowa had a decent season last year, but I think after this year, I think Kirk Ferentz calls it quits and hangs up the clipboard and retires. And then number 3, PJ Fleck gets fired. Minnesota's PJ Fleck gets relieved of his duties as head coach at Minnesota after the season ends. I know Minnesota tossed around the thought of firing Fleck after this year when they were underwhelming and they lost 2 out of their 3 quarterbacks to the portal. They had one left for the bowl game, but then he jumped in the portal after the bowl game. So I'm not very high on Minnesota this year. I think Fleck, if Minnesota underperforms, I think PJ Fleck is toast after the season's over. Tomorrow, I will have another video college football on the college football show playlist. It'll be on what I would do to change college football and make college football make it more watchable. And then starting Tuesday of this week, we have our predictions for the MLB on the Sports Talk podcast. And Friday, I'm hoping to interview North Florida men's basketball James at 3 o'clock on Friday. But please remember this video, as it helps the YouTube algorithm push out my video to more people. And please remember to subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future uploads. And also, we offer memberships here at the Sports Talk podcast and college football show. They start at 99 cents a month. The college football show will be going on the road this year. We will be going to, I'm going to leave you with a cliffhanger there. When it gets closer to the season, you will find out where the college football show will be going. But until the next video, this is Alec Peccato signing off. Have a lovely rest of your night.